Hey, all right. This week you got a really short lecture and then a lab that's not bad, but it takes a little time that you gotta do some prep work beforehand. So let's talk about that real quick. Chapter 8 is on cellular respiration. So that is how organisms take sugar and oxygen, and they use that to convert that into energy or ATP. So, like I said, really short lecture. I think this one's like less than an hour for the whole thing. It's really dense, though. There's a lot of information that's packed in there, so don't think short means not important or you can skip it. A lot of information, it just doesn't take that long to get through, okay? So go to the Learning Materials tab, watch that. I think I split it up into two parts maybe, but those are both really short. So watch both of those. And then you've got a review quiz on that material due the 25th, all right? Okay, now your lab is also on cellular respiration. And this is a good one. You're going to use millet seed. And even though this is a plant that we're going to germinate and get it to start growing, we're not looking at photosynthesis. We're looking at how the plant uses oxygen. And it's really cool the way that we do this. You're going to have a test tube. You can read the description, like the instructions to figure out how to do this. I don't want to go into all of it right now, but you're going to put the seeds in a test tube. You're going to have like a cotton bottle, hold them in place. You're going to turn it upside down, and then you're going to take that test tube and put it in a container of water. So the cool thing about that is it traps the oxygen inside the test tube. As those seeds start to use oxygen through cellular respiration, it's going to create a vacuum because the oxygen goes from the test tube, so it's going to make water start to rise up in there. It's kind of cool. Like I said, the video or the instructions do a much better job explaining that, but it's a way to show you that plants actually go through cellular respiration because you're going to see them remove the oxygen from the tube, and that's going to draw water up. It's going to create like a vacuum that pulls water up in there. Okay? Read through those instructions carefully. You kind of have to understand what's going on to answer some of those review questions. So make sure you really pay attention to those. Now, I said prep work. So the millet seed that you're going to use is just dry seed right now. It has to be germinated, which means it starts growing before it will actually do its job, before it goes through cellular respiration. So what you're going to have to do is take the millet seed. You've got some Petri dishes, like plastic round dishes in your lab kit. You're going to take a paper towel, get it wet, lay that inside the Petri dish, and then you're going to spread the seeds out on that wet towel, and you're going to put them in different environments for that. So you have to do that to kind of wake up the seeds, basically, to get them to start growing, and that can take 2 to 4 days. That's not a short process. You need to go from 2 to 4 days for this to actually germinate really well. So it's a short, like that step is not going to take much time at all, but you have to let it set up before you can do the real experiment. All right. So all of that information, all I'm saying is read through the instructions really early in the week. And then Wednesday at the very latest, Wednesday, you need to have those seeds germinating in that paper towel and Petri dish environment. That way, when you're ready to do the lab over the weekend, if that's when you're going to do it, you'll be ready to get everything set up and do the lab, okay? Like I said, it's not a hard lab. Just make sure you do that first step early in the week. Like if you don't think about this until Saturday and you realize, oh, I didn't germinate the seeds, it's going to be too late at that point because the seeds aren't going to have enough time to grow before the due date. All right. Try to send out an announcement about halfway through the week to remind you of that, but just don't put that off until the last second. You can see what you need. Most of this material, I don't think there's anything you're going to have to run to the grocery store for this week. You'll need a lamp, might be the only thing. And it says a 100-watt incandescent bulb. That's going to work best, but if you've got any incandescent, just like a screw-in bulb, you can use that too. If it's not 100 watts, just put the lamp a little bit closer than it says in your instructions, and it should still work fine, okay? Just a reminder, next week, so next Monday and Tuesday is exam 3, and that's on chapters 6, 7, and 8. So the metabolism, photosynthesis, and cell respiration. It's been a while since we've done some of those labs, but some of those lectures, but they're all really short. So just take this time when you're done with your video this week, the lecture video, and when you're getting ready for your lab, just take some time to go back and review. And if there's something you're struggling with, those videos are so short, you could go back and rewatch them if you needed to. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Just a quick heads up. I know sometimes people will have questions that they'll send me like over the weekend. So I don't know if I've mentioned in here or not because I recorded these videos a while back, the lecture videos, but I run. That's like my stress reliever or whatever is to go out and run. So I made a stupid decision like half a year ago. I signed up for a race that's this weekend. It's a 24-hour race. So it starts 9 a.m. on Saturday, the 17th. So like I'm recording this the week before. And from 9 a.m. on Saturday until 9 a.m. on Sunday, the 18th, there's a city park in Alabaster that has like this really big walking track, and you just do loops for 24 hours to see how many miles you can get in. So having said all that, if you send me a message on Saturday, I'll be running. I won't be checking Blackboard during that race. If you send me a message on Sunday, I'll probably be passed out on a couch somewhere. So if there shouldn't be any emergencies or anything that happens, but if they do, just realize I'll write you back and I'll get back with you on Monday when I'm back in here in the office. All right. Hope you all have a good weekend. And if you need anything, if you have any questions, let me know.